Good evening. Welcome, Sasha. Welcome back to Munich. Interesting shooting night from your side. This might have been the key.
Hello, first of all, congrats, to all my team. Like we have difficulties also during the game when Hall and Westerman could not, continue. But good that we found a way, like even in these circumstances, like to win the game. Okay, apart unbelievable James. I think like also the other team, like especially in defense, gives certain influence, certain contribution. So extremely happy. We did have like more than Bayern, like time to prepare for the game. Good that like facing Andrea again, like you could see from both sides certain tactical, like surprises, but all in all, happy, like, to be here, happy to see you guys all, and of course, the happiest, like going out with win.
Thanks. Gibt's noch Fragen? Bitte.
You came back to the EuroLeague after 2 weeks break. So, of course, you played in the French league, but still knowing that EuroLeague is the best competition in whole Europe. Were you satisfied with your team's decisions on the court, mentality, and stuff like that?
Taking over this team, like I really, you could see that there is a lot of talent, like inside, and sometimes, like it looks like, like that you should let the guys play, like some, let's say, to show their talent, like in the other hand, looks to me, like that we have to more, like go in some, let's say, continuation plays and find a little bit more, like guys with an extra passes. But as long as, like we, especially one-on-one, like score good, and now this is already, like one game after the other, like I have to adjust, like to the players I have, like, and I think until now it's functioning, but there is a lot of space, like of course, for improvement. We spend some time, like now with this period, like when we didn't have, the game, like to have some adjustments, like in our game, and I'm definitely it's visible that the guys really want, like they really want, like to play together first, and then you see much better communication than the maybe past period before me. So let's hope, like of course, like a lot of things depends, from the wins. Analyzes after big wins like today is, like it's always good, with a good atmosphere.
How difficult is it for you as a coach to handle a player like Mike James? He's taking a lot of shots, tough shots, probably not the best shots. Today he made it. How do you deal with that situation?
Okay, it's always important to, like to have a consistency, like also, like in results, but, like the, also in our game, the Mike before, like also in some games have extraordinary nights with the giving, like the assists around, like, and today, I mean, he's in the zone, it's really hard to stop, like, so, we have to learn also how to play without this, this is another part, but on the other hand, when he's in fire, like, of course, like we have to use him to the maximum, because as you see, like today is like one of the most talented guys in EuroLeague.
You made 71% of three-pointers today, so what worked well for you in terms of execution beyond the arc and stuff like that?
I think, the most important that we have, like the guys who can shoot, ball, like today Andjušić also, like you give him just a little, little space, like he scored, and this this is the strength I think also with this team. This is a normal, you know, really big percent, you know, like, but if you play, you know, like close, if you stunt a lot, you know, like you might give, you know, like the open looks. We score almost, you know, like all of those, you know, like, and I mean, not to expect every game that, you know, we will have this kind of percentage, but we should find other way also to, you know, like to play consistent.
Okay, last question, please.
Okay, Bayern are playing without fans for a while now. For you being as an away team, how big of advantage it is?
Excuse me, how big advantage is it?
How big
Us
of
playing with those fans?
Yeah, I mean, even if you see the picture, you know, like it's scary. With, you know, with this, you know, I know, you know, pretty good, you know, this, you know, like that it can change the game, can change the criteria, also referees, you know, like, and can the confidence of the players can grow in this kind of gym, you know, like it's very acoustic, very loud, and apart our 1 day longer preparation, you know, like for this game, because, you know, we didn't play EuroLeague, this is another factor also.
Vielen Dank.
Okay. See you guys on the next time.
your statement.
Congratulations to Monaco. I believe that we did whatever we could. We played 48 hours ago, and double week, when it's double week for only one team, you see we didn't have the right energy at the end, but I believe that we controlled the boards, and we did more assists, we had less turnovers, and everybody will think that we lost because of Mike James that made amazing baskets. But when I play against James, I always I'm ready for his 25 points because we play good defense. He scored very tough shot. The problem is that the 16 point of Andrić with a 3 out of 3 3-point shot was something that was clear in the game plan. We didn't follow the game plan, and this cost us the game. We had a great effort. We play hard. We play like a team. We played 48 hours ago, and this is a factor. And with this suspensions of game and postponed games, then it's different to play every 48 hours or to rest and to come to play. It's totally different. And but the game, the reasons and what happened, it's clear.
Gibt's noch Fragen? Bitte sehr.
Coach, at the end, the score was 76-70. You made a couple of defensive stops, and it seemed that you had an opportunity to come even closer. So, do you think there was something you could have executed better in offense?
I believe that we don't have every player in the same shape, okay? So we are trying to put all the players in shape, and of course when you play without 4 players for a lot of months, somebody else should step up and play more, and now we are paying the price of that, okay? But the game was prepared in order to be there. 1 possession, 2 possessions of difference, you know. The thing is that when you give out of the game plan 16 points to 1 player, then it's hard. Then the shots that James scored count double. And of course we could execute better, but we were not fresh enough at the end.
Coach, you mentioned that the shots of Mike James weren't decisive for the game. In my opinion,
it's always decisive, but there are things you can control. I don't believe you can control Mike James.
Now, my question would be on 2 situations, the 2 buzzer beaters.
Yes.
In my opinion, there were probably 2 mistakes from your team, the turnover, and in the third quarter you had 3 team fouls, you had a 4th you didn't use. Are these the small mistakes?
Sorry, when I don't get when.
In the buzzer beater at halftime, was a turnover before?
That was a silly play. It's something unbelievable. This is 1 3-point shot, okay?
Yeah, and the second at the end of the third quarter.
The one against Hunter in the corner.
Probably you could use another team foul.
Yes, but he is difficult because he stepped back. No, the thing we should not do is the basket of Bacon, where Beb didn't make the foul. That one. The 2-point shot of Bacon, that is the problem. The last shot, first of all, he stepped on the line. So it's out of bounds. But then the defense was amazing. And you cannot foul him because he's shooting the ball. So as soon as you pick up the ball, it's 3 free throws. So no, the play before is criminal, not the last one. Last one was a great defense. Don't forget that they shoot 12 out of 17. So one is our mistake, but the others, Andrić is a mistake, but the others were all contested.
Fans are also another factor, I think. You've been playing without them for almost a month now. And speaking not only about this game, but in general, how big of a disadvantage it is for you, knowing that you,
We are the
one
only,
of those
we
two
are the
teams.
only team in EuroLeague that plays without fans. This is a huge problem. Like it's the problem that we had game 48 hours ago, opponents didn't have. So there is a lot of things going on that are bigger than the game, bigger than coaching, bigger than playing. So I have to cope with that. So it's impacting for sure, because fans gives you always something when you play in front of fans, but what can I do?
And my second part of the question would have been, how do you think the team adapted to it, playing without fans?
It's obvious that we didn't adapt. It's obvious that we are lacking of some energetic plays, and this comes also with the adrenaline that the fans gives you.
Also, you told us about that difficult playing without playing for weeks and now playing 40 hours ago. So, as a coach, could you share how the preparation goes for the games when you have that long break without the EuroLeague games, and now you had one 40
We didn't have a
hours?
break. We played game in German league. We didn't have breaks. We just keep two games with Lyon and with Efes. And we try, when we play every 48 hours, we have the game, we go home, we meet the day after, we decide 3 things to do on offense, 3 things to do on defense, we stretch, we walk through, and then you go to the game. So, and when you have more time, you have real practices. Is it what you want to know?
Yes, maybe
I didn't get the question, so.
No, I was just meant in the way that you didn't play in EuroLeague, so maybe it's still, knowing that EuroLeague is still the best competition in Europe, maybe it changes things, but as I just meant in that way, so.
Oh.
Because, you know, as I said, you had that long break and now you have 2 games in 48 hours, so
It's very difficult. It's very difficult, but it is what it is, so.
Next game on Sunday, 3 p.m. Bonn. Good.